And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What they call this right? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
A check on the numbers for Kenyon Drake last week. 23 carries, 106 yardage-wise, and the score as well.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Now a handoff for Drake. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that'll be checked down to Drake. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Flushed out right. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. They'll get it to Drake running left. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwaku.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. They'll be led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, now in his 17th season out of Cal. It's Aaron Rodgers.
The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 14 carries, 59 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
On 1st down, Carson. Demario Davis there on the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Throw caught here by Bird. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. Devontae Smith deep to return.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Come on, baby, let's go. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Lawrence will throw. He's got Jack Doyle. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence. And this goes out wide for Drake.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence
looking here for Smith downfield. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A gain of 32 that time.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's Drake one more time on 2nd down.
Gets around him. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Patrick Ricard,
his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old school power football.
And effective. And that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things. Just hand it to the big guy and let him go forward.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's Richie James on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a dump off here complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing now is Rodgers. Big yardage there for the... And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Chase Young. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. This goes out right to Doyle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will do it for this first. And we will skip the highlights show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Rodgers now to throw. Pass complete to Bird out right here. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up.
Here's Smith to return it.
It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Bears take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're on the good side of this game right now with a lead, but they were on the bad side last week in that loss to Cincinnati. So now trying to make amends. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lawrence throwing the out route incomplete. It's Doyle. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence.
Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Give him 32 on the play. Now a draw play with Drake. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here's Drake one more time on 2nd down.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Lawrence being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Prater's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they're able to build on things here with a field goal. But, you know, the question is how much longer can they really rely on their defense to pitch a shutout? That's a great question because, you know, the guys on the other sideline are saying, give us the ball. We want another shot at this. So, yes, tight game. You'll take the 3. But this game, it's far from over. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good. Not good indeed because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On play action, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Kenny Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot. And they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. On 1st down, Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. That's complete to Mooney. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh? Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home. Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line. Devontae Smith now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise? Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going. Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay. Yeah, in this case. On 2nd down now, it's Drake. 72 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline. Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence to throw. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. The loop, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. That catch good for only a couple. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Chase Young.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
This young man, Chase Young, has it all. Speed, power, and a full arsenal of moves to get to the quarterback. The Defensive Rookie of the Year in 2020, he had 7.5 sacks that season. They expect plenty more in the future.
Throw left side, complete to Bird.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Space to run past the 20, and finally down at the 9-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson there to make the grab. And the Browns are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So now the Bears down on the scoreboard. A minute 35 to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down.
He's got Doyle.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. Back to throw. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Drake. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Drake. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. They stay on the ground with Drake. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Browns drive about to get started. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And this kick is not gonna get there. It's short and no good. Well, it would have been a long one, but that was the spot that they put themselves in, Charles, forcing him to try from long distance, and he comes up empty.
And you know what happens oftentimes when you're trying to kick a little bit beyond your range, you overkick it, right? Don't get all of it. In this situation, they cannot point fingers at him. They've got to go back and examine their play calls, how they tried to traverse the ball down the field, and why they didn't get bigger chunks of yardage in order to set up a field goal. It was much more manageable.
Yeah, because 5 to 10 yards there could have made a world of difference. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy.